Right, so this is our position here, just above Wolverley Court Lock. That's our position, and we're just going to go down that lock, then 1 mile through the suburbs to that position there.
Okay.
1 mile, 1 lock. 1 mile, 1 lock. 1 lock, 1 mile. And the lock is literally just over there. And when I last checked, it was still in our favour. So it's just 1 lock, 1 mile. Unfortunately, it's 1 mile through the suburbs of Kidderminster. But Major, you know these waters, don't you?
Not particularly, no.
Well,
I know,
you know Kidderminster.
I know Kidderminster, but never ventured onto the towpath during my years as a teenager.
Well, hopefully this will be a new and unique experience for you. You can rediscover Kidderminster anew. Won't that be fun?
It will. In fact, I'm not sure how much suburbs you get. When I looked at the 2.5-inch map, it looked like it sort of wound through a greenish corridor.
Don't worry, I've seen it. There's suburbs.
Okay.
There will be suburbs.
There will be
suburbs. Right. I suppose I better get my boots on.
Indeed.
I suppose we better have a look at the lock, see if anything's coming, but it's been
Yes.
very, very quiet today.
Yes.
Yesterday.
Once we've passed through the lock, do you want me to remain on the towpath or cruise with you?
Oh no, that's it. Once we do the lock, you close the gates, I'll remain hovering in the bridge hole.
Yep.
Hop on.
Okay.
On. I'll remain hovering, just close the gates and then just hop on. Because there's only 1 lock, and then it's just 1 mile.
Yeah, fine.
Right, well, as the Vikings say, no battles are won in bed.
Indeed not.
I'd better get my boots on.
We've had a lot of rain lately, Major.
Yes.
So there's quite a bit of bilge water that needs emptying, and that's not the only bilge that needs emptying. Excuse me. How's that bilge looking?
Oh yes, it was emptying very nicely.
Well, as long as it's emptying, that's a good sign. Right. I think the best way to do this is if you go ahead with the windlass, make sure the lock is set. I'll cast her off and make sure that gate is open. I'll just have to hover otherwise. That's it.
Saying yes or aye, sir.
I don't really mind, just whatever, you know. Right, go and have a shot at the lock. Come on, you bugger. You came out easy enough. Just a short jaunt today. 1 mile, 1 lock, 1 mile. This is basically the best way, well, the only way to get from Wolverley to Kidderminster without getting your feet wet. I mean, let's hope so. There's always something you forget. I forgot to put my fenders up.
Ah.
I forgot to put my fenders up. All right, Major, lower away. See that on the horizon, Major? That is
yes.
Kidderminster.
Oh, so it is, yes.
Yeah, as well you know. Oh, God.
Well, not too long in Kidderminster,
Only 5 days.
and you have the convenience of shopping.
There is that.
I thought I'd wound it up to the top.
It's relatively smooth locks. I mean, compared to say Whittington lock, these are quite smooth.
Yeah, but I thought I'd wound it right up to the top. Must have just hit
Right, never
a
mind.
stiff spot.
See that hole down there?
Yeah,
Right. I'll take that about. I'm going to hover there.
yeah,
I'm going to hover down there.
yeah.
And that's when you need to hop on.
Okay,
There's no more locks, just 1 mile. Just 1
Yep.
mile of cruising.
excellent.
1 mile of cruising, drinking and marital problems. Doesn't that sound like fun?
It does indeed.
I'd say we might have a bit of help. How do you do? All right. Can I get the bottom gate for you? Yeah, by all means, mate. By all means. You don't mind being on camera, do you? Like, get the best side. Get the best side. Yeah, yeah. Well, look, my dear fellow, ladders, Major.
Lad, I'd rather jump on. I don't know. I should be able to. Okay.
Thank you very much, Chris. Your deeds of glory will be remembered. Come on, Major, you better hop on. That's it, don't muck about. Hop on. That's it, good fellow, good fellow. Try and keep out of the tiller rock, old chap. That's a good fellow. Putting a bit more power on, you know, just to make sure that Ella's doing what she should be doing. I'm in no great hurry, and after all, we're only going 1 mile, and it's been very, very quiet today. Ella's engine, her engine's behaving well. She's doing what she needs to do on the tiller, so I think Ella's all right at least. I think she's going to make it to Stourport. I generally prefer cruising at this speed though, you know.
Yeah.
There's no great hurry. Also, I promised myself this. I promised myself. Oh. As soon as we did the lock, I could have a fag and a drink. Did you know the time, Major?
7 minutes past 11.
7 minutes past 11. There we go. 11 since then.
Yeah.
That's respectable.
What, for all intents and purposes, would seem to be a rural setting.
I said about the boating and I said about the marital problems. And now for the marital problems. You know I'm going to leave the Stourport on Saturday.
Yes. On Saturday, you're going to be.
Yes,
Oh,
Saturday.
yes,
And you know
yes.
I'm going to leave the Stourport on Saturday. And you know I've asked Philly to crew for me.
Yes.
You understand why I've asked her to crew for me?
Yes. Last voyage and all that.
I hope you're not too put out.
No, not at all.
Ella will probably be in dock for about, what, 12 months or so?
Yes.
So, oh well, there we go, that's the plan.
Oh, well, yes. Well, Saturday's when I like to look at the form and put my bets on.
My favourite bird, the kingfisher. I love the kingfishers. Do you know, I've never seen a kingfisher until I moved aboard Ella. I used to see these little flashes of turquoise. I'd be like, what the bloody hell is that? You know, I always thought they'd be much bigger, you know.
Yeah.
Tiny little things. They're beautiful, beautiful little birds, the kingfishers. And quite often, sometimes, if I'm very lucky, they sit on Ella's bows.
Ah.
I've never been able to photograph or film them, but yeah, kingfisher. My favourite bird, the kingfisher.
section there.
Yes,
We got through that without a bump.
you did indeed.
I think I've earned a fag.
You probably have, yes.
Oh,
I had a firm grasp on the railing, but didn't feel any jolt whatsoever.
pride cometh before a fall.
Yes. I guess this is probably a new bridge and a new road.
You look at the sign there, you can see it was built in 2000.
Ah,
So I am technically 14 years older than that bridge.
right.
I'm boating under a bridge that is 14 years younger than me. It's wonderful getting old. Oh, sure, there's another boat coming.
All right.
Oh, now get this on film.
Okay.
We've got another boat coming, which is a jolly chance to render passing honours.
Of course, yes.
Better keep to the port though, keep to port. Always port to port.
Just, I don't want to get caught in a wash.
Yeah.
Steering. There we go. My compliments to Humdinger. Bon voyage and Godspeed to you.
Do you see how sort of curly-whirly it gets up ahead?
Yes.
Yeah, right. I've got a theory about why, because there's no geographical reason as to why
No.
it should S-bend in this bizarre way. But I've got a theory as to why it takes this bizarre curly-whirly path here. And do you know what it is?
No, what is it?
I reckon that James Brindley, when he mapped this bit of canal, I reckon he did it probably about 2 o'clock on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
You know, he came in from the pub, he'd had a good Friday night, came in from the pub and he thought, I'm going to carry on drawing the Staffs and Worcester now, I'll do that bit into Bewdley. Oh no, fuck, I'm too drunk.
You mean Kidderminster?
Kidderminster, yeah, you know what I mean.
I do.
Well, he was drunk, no wonder it was so curly.
Ah, yes.
But that's what I reckon Brindley was. I reckon Brindley was pissed when he did
Yes.
this bit. It's just, it S-bends for no real reason.
So early canal pioneers didn't have proofreaders for their diagrams.
There were no proofreaders, they were pioneers. The
Yes.
essence of being a pioneer,
Yes.
no proofreaders. Oh God, I've been distracted by the cat. She sighed, she cried, she damn near died. She said, what shall I do? So I hauled her into bed and I covered up her head, just to keep.
Keep her from the foggy, foggy dew.
Now I am a bachelor, I live with my son. We work at the weaver's trade. And every single time that I look into his eyes, he reminds me
of the fair young maid.
He
Reminds me of the winter time and of the summer too. The only many times I open my arms to steeper from the foggy, foggy dew.
There's a song for Kidderminster.
Yes.
This might prove quite a tricky bridge. It's on a bit of a corner, so there might be a bit of a bump.
Thank you for warning me. Morning. I got to duck my head.
You might want to duck, yes. Sorry about that.
That's right.
A bit of a tight squeeze, that one.
I'm going to moor up beyond these two boats here, I think.
Good idea.
Yeah, I checked it this morning. There should be room just beyond that next one. So I'm going to moor it beyond then. It'll make things easier on Saturday.
Yeah.
Because I can just set the lock on Saturday and be straight away. This could prove a bit tricky. There's not much piling up ahead, so I'm going to have to do some nifty manoeuvring.
Okay.
My compliments, well done. Bravo.
Cheers. Good to have a short journey. I'm glad. I hope I was helpful in filming, as I didn't do much lock work. Be interested to see how the films come out. And quite interesting coming down the canal through Kidderminster and seeing how development has spread.
Because of course Kidderminster, this is like, this is your stomping ground, this is your...
Well, I lived outside Kidderminster in Blakedown from 1960 till I went up to Sheffield University in 1969, only returning for vacations in the summer, winter, autumn, winter, etc. And thereafter I lived in Yorkshire. But yes, I obviously visited Kidderminster for cinema, concerts, meeting friends, that sort of thing. And every school day I had to catch a bus into Kidderminster and then a bus out to Hartlebury. So not 50 metres from where we're sitting now was where I used to lurk on a school day morning, chatting to the girls from Kidderminster High School, along with whoever was getting the bus with me to Hartlebury.
Oh God. Basically right now I feel like Frodo. I feel like Frodo on his journey to Mordor to throw the Ring of Power into the fires of Mount Doom. You know what I mean?
Yes, the Crack of Doom, I think it was.
Whatever it was. But I feel like Frodo. It's like the closer I get to Stourport, the harder it gets. So I know I've got to make a reckoning at Stourport. I know I've got to, there'll be time to mourn in Stourport, and I know that. And so the closer I get to Stourport, the more I think, And it's easier out here on the frontier. I've got the boat to think about. But once I get to Stourport,
Well, it's an important thing to go through, Ted.
I told you that I told you I've got Philly crewing for me on the next mission
Yes,
to Stourport. And you understand why I asked her.
I do.
I think it's a crazy thing to do, quite frankly. But it seems to make sense, and that's the only thing decided in my mind is that, I don't know, if anything's going to sort it out, Ella will find it out. Ella finds everything out. The thing about Ella, she's such a small boat. You can't keep secrets aboard a boat as small as Ella.
True.
God damn it. And I'm here in Kidderminster for 5 days. 5 days in Kidderminster. You get less for murder.
Lost in grief and memories, intrusive thoughts and reveries. I'll take the tiller, come what may, over the hills and far away. O'er the hills and o'er the ridge, from Tividale